How has everybody been doing since the beginning of the year? What a fucking nightmare, eh? What a bunch of goddamn bullshit in like every fucking direction. It's totally ludicrous, all right? But here's the thing about it. We have dealt with this bullshit before from a different perspective, right? The last time that queer people were fighting for our health care, for example, we had no rights. Zero. And it was a very, very different set of circumstances. But what it created, right, is it prevented a level of despair because we had no choice, right? If we didn't do something about queer healthcare in the 80s and 90s, we were just going to die because that's what ignoring the AIDS crisis was designed to do to us. Remember, none of these systems are broken. They're operating as designed. That's really important, right? Because the principle of that is we can fix those systems, right? That's the interesting thing. We can. Burning parts of them down, not a bad idea. But how do diabetics get insulin in the apocalypse? What about people with disabilities? What about people who are aging? We do have to find a way for our social safety nets to support the people we care about. Oh yeah, no, I'm down for luxury gay-based communism, but we have to kill some billionaires before that happens. Okay? And between that, which I'm down for, vibrating seat for the win. We've got to find, they don't taste good, but we've got to find a way to do something a little bit different. And here's the thing. You're going to appreciate this, I promise. It'll make practical sense. I need you to have more dinner parties with your friends. Okay? I need you to not flake out on your friend's birthday. I don't care how many breakups they've had this year and how much ice cream you've gone through. I need you to help your friends move. I need you to watch each other's pets when you finally get a fucking vacation, and you should take those vacations. I need us to show each other that the world that we want to live in is possible because we can do that right now. We don't have to wait for those systems to work for us, to live in a way that exists within the dignity of all of us to show up for each other. And I know it's scary, and COVID sucked fucking donkey balls, and all of that stuff was super, I'm sorry to the introverts, I get it, I understand. But that stuff was really complicated, but the only way that we're going to get through this collectively, that we're going to actually create the world that we deserve fundamentally to live in, is by doing the little things. Is by showing up for your friends and your chosen family and your siblings now. So take the opportunity to do that. Do goofy shit with your friends as often as possible, okay? Do it. It makes a huge difference. And every single time a queer person gets the fuck out of bed and makes the world a better place by existing in it, that is a radical act. But while you're at it, we're very smart people, and we've invented a lot of different kinds of lube. So don't just do one radical act. Work around the clock, you know? Do a lot. You're going to need therapy and stress relief, and both of those things shouldn't come from your therapist, okay? That's complicated, and in some cases illegal. So take any excuse you have to experience joy. It's fucking worth it. And it's a key component. Yeah. And it's a key component of why you're here and why we try to make the shows as accessible as we possibly can. So, blah, 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 politics, faggot, we know. Let's move on.